High probability trade identified here at the Inside Technician within our live trading room. And taken by our methodology, you're looking at a 1-minute chart of the S&P E-mini 500. Prices are now moving down rather quickly. We have a preferred in that was met at 17 here and stuck to. A lot of traders probably got in at 1675. The probe down to 1916 so far. Support is the secondary incremental price profit target, which has already been hit. For those of you that are into taking quick profits, you have the possibility of prices getting down to 16 again on a closing basis and taking that off the table. That would be 16 from 17 as a full point early on, people. (8:47 a.m., 6/4/2014, in our live trading room at the Inside Technician. Have identified a high probability trade setup across the board. We now have the trendline violation to the downside out of the MFI. The confirmation we're waiting for, another trendline violation on the MACD after the cross from above to below. SMI was already clear to be short. Great position out of the chicken money flow here. EMAs are clear, and that's where we stand right now. Additional volumes came in. Now we're looking at 4,316 backed by 3097. So you're over 7,000 contracts. That's quite a bit for this time in the morning, 8:48 a.m. on 6/4. The current 1675 support now down to resistance is being held. The probe at 1916 on a low, which could have been an out for a price profit target at a point, suggests that prices should get down to close at that area. We'll monitor the MFI in real time on another screen, looking at the relationship between these prices and what we have on the indicators. Now back up for an entry at 1917. The prices hold at 1917 or even a tick above, possibly a half above. They could continue to move to the downside, finding this level as resistance before moving to the downside. The setup is still good. Clear across the board to stay, remain short according to the 15-minute indicator setup. Up another tick at 1725. (16 seconds, 15 seconds left within the current 1-minute bar. I'd like to see prices hold at this point, not close above 17. So for those of you who had your target set here at 16 as we recommended, you got a quick point, possibly 3/4 if you got filled at 1675 for a quick profit here. That's the example that I was referring to earlier, to get in and get out, right? Because of the current market conditions being so tight, a quick 3/4 of a point this morning definitely attainable. So this is what we're referring to. The volume that's come in, it's now getting up towards 10,000 contracts. You're good. Blue skies. After you get to 24, 25, if you get up that high, it's all good now. Things have changed. This is exactly what we were waiting for. So the preferred entry taken at 2075, holding on to the trade in anticipation of prices moving up because of the volume that would come in. There's a profile that was adhered to today. Now, it doesn't mean that it's not a blow off to the upside. The indicator formations across the board, as you look at them, are in more advanced formation. New bars open, traded up. As you're shaking back down from the trendline violation, but you're right there. In and out, in and out. Here's your current configuration out of the MFI. Get that in there again. See the trendline violation. Upward momentum. Prices are 21, 25, 21, 2075. If prices hold 2075, maybe a tick below that, right, the 2050 level, you can have a new floor established, right, based on the most recent closing prices compared to that opening when prices shot up on the volume to trade up from to the upside. So there's still a shot to get a good fill under the pretense that prices are going to continue to trade to the upside. And if not, you're going to mitigate the risk and you're out with a small loss, quarter of a point, half a point, right? We can't recommend exactly that we're in or that we're out because there's so much liability involved. What we can recommend is that the best possible fill is at the areas that we suggest and that we are clear based on the 50-minute indicators fired for the preferred entry to be taken. Hope that answers your question, Tony. Floor being maintained at 2050. 2050 maintained, people. Trendline violation suggests possibilities price could continue to trade down. Let's keep a close eye on this level. MFI cleared to remain B long. SMI clear. EMA is clear. Checking money flow is backed off from the trendline violation to the upside here. Backed off. So let's replace the MFI for Chaikin on the other screen and hawk that since we need that confirmation. Trendline violation now. Good to go on Chaikin. Violation to the upside. Back in business. Longer term money flow perspective. 1 minute chart. Levels being held. Everything is copacetic. This floor is either going to get held and price is going to trade up from it, or it's going to turn around. I don't think it will go net neutral at this level for an extended period of time. Clear to be long across the board, people, at the preferred entry. Clear to be long at the preferred entry. Price is now up 21.75. Where's the blast off, Logan? I don't see it.
Yeah, it's not there, is it?
No.
Good volume, though.
Yeah, it is. It's the wild part about the whole thing, isn't it? They should be taken off. Too much resistance, right? They should be taken off, but they're not. Okay. I'm going to cut the tape, and we've laid out all the scenarios. Prices trade up or back down. We'll finish up this tape so people can see how to manage the trade in real time on the blog. It is now 10:05 a.m. Eastern Standard on June 4th, 2014, cutting the tape for the post to the blog.